Hey mamas, welcome back to brownmamas.com. I'm Muffy Mendoza and this is my girl,
Tiffany. Have up the best you.
And you're watching Living with Soul. Today we are going to be asking the question, are your children's mistakes becoming your baggage? What do you think, Tiff?
I think that we make the mistake of allowing choices that our children make, or things that happen with our children to become our baggage because we feel guilty about what our children have done, and we need to accept that mistakes are a part of life and a part of the process of them growing up.
Yes, I agree. And I think it's also, in this day and age, it's become very difficult to separate your life from your kid's life. And it is one life. Let's not make that separation. But it's also their journey. It's their opportunity to experience the world from their view. And I think, like you said before, we have to understand that mistakes are the only way that you learn. So when your kid does something that causes you anguish or causes you pain or makes you cry, just realize that it's your job to guide them. It's not your job to do it for them. And also, they have a right to their own mistakes. That's the way that they're going to learn. That's the way that the universe is guiding them towards whatever it is that their destiny is. So we have to change our life view from a life view of where we have these things called mistakes and change it to that this is just your journey. This is just your opportunity to learn, and also your opportunity to learn from your child, because a wise man learns from the mistakes of others.
Right, and I think it's also an opportunity to reflect, like you said, so that you know maybe there was some guidance that you could have provided, that in the next instance, or if something similar arises, you have that experience to provide that guidance and continue to nurture them along that journey.
Yeah, and I think that brings in conscious parenting.
Right.
When you have an opportunity to look at what your kid is doing and say, okay, well, we may not have done that right the first time, or we may not have done that the way we would have liked to have done it the first time, but hey, another time's going to come, because I know my son, every winter he loses his hat, 3 and 4 hats. So now when I go to the dollar store, I'll just pick up like 12 hats, and so that way if he loses a hat, hey, I don't even make when he loses the hat, I don't even make a big deal about it anymore. I'm like, okay, I got some hats. I just give him one and keep it moving. And that way, I'm learning from my mistakes. He's learning from his mistakes. He's learning to be prepared by the way I react to his mistakes.
Right.
Instead of, if I get angry or frustrated, then that's teaching him that when he makes a mistake, he's supposed to get angry or frustrated.
Right. And it's not that you want to downplay the consequence, but you want to really reinforce the lesson that results when you have the opportunity to use it to teach.
Yeah, I agree. So we had talked earlier a little bit about forgiveness.
Yeah.
So I think that we have to learn not to be so hard on ourselves. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with your parenting and mothering skills, because you're growing with your child just like your child is growing every day.
And just be open to the process and embrace the journey.
That's right. All right, mamas. Thank you so much for visiting brownmamas.com. I'm Muffy Mendoza. This is my girl,
Tiffany Huff.
And you've just watched
Living with Soul.
This is the last take for the night. Understand that's kinda late, and I gotta get home to my son, 'cause he's so special to me. I mean,